Hello, Wolf Country. It's that time of month again. It's November. This is the post-board meeting report for the month of November. We've just finished a phenomenal board meeting. It seems like that's the norm. Just having great growth as a district, and we're moving forward. Our Board of Education is a wonderful group, and just had a great evening. So just want to give you an update on the things that we covered tonight. I want to first welcome a few new staff members. We have Rebecca Ann Bermulin. She's part of our Early Childhood Center. We want to welcome her as part of our staff. Michael Campbell is a bus driver, and Garth Bibbins, our primary school evening custodian. I want to welcome you to the Wolf family. It's great to be here. Just going through a few of the items that were discussed. I want to update you just on my report. Our attendance in regards to our school district attendance, we're hanging around 745 kids. We have about 5 more students than we did last year at this time. Our attendance rate's pretty close to the same. We want to encourage all of our family members to please have our attendance go here. Have our students attend on a daily basis. Our attendance rate is significantly below the state average, considerably lower than the state average. And so we know that when kids are in school and kids are present, that they perform better academically and have fewer learning gaps. So just want to encourage all kids to attend. Also want to at this time just talk a little bit about the school calendar. As you know, on I think it was December 12th, we called school off on a half day on that Monday, and then on the Tuesday we canceled school due to weather. I want to let you know that we do not have to make up that day missed of school because those hours are already built into the calendar. So there's not an extended snow day. So everybody can celebrate about that, about not having to make that day up. Hopefully the winter will be a calm one, and that we'll be able to. I almost don't even want to say it. We want to continue having school, but just so you know, we don't have to make that up. We are also working on the school calendar. It's gonna we've worked through the calendar somewhat as an admin. We're gonna have a calendar committee process through that. Members of staff look at the calendar and make some recommendations. We hope to have that calendar presented for approval sometime after the first of the year. Looking forward to having that worked out. There's some issues there in terms of new state statutes and how that might impact us, and I'll explain that down the road. But we are in the process of working on the school calendar. I wanted to also let you all know that we do have 3 board vacancies up for election. So the board election filing is about to start. At 8 a.m. Tuesday, December 17th is the first day of filing, and that will be through Friday, December 20th, and then there'll be a break, and we'll be back at it January 6th through January 21st. So again, 3 spots. Qualified candidates may file during regular business hours. We'll have all that information posted on the website. So if that's something you're interested in, you'll be able to see that information there and have all your questions answered. But we do have 3 vacancies. Matt Greenwald, our president, is up for election, and Ann Coleman, who's been on the board for a while, is also up for election. And Adam Blevins, who's fulfilled that 1-year term to replace Owen Alphin, who resigned from the board, he will be up for election as well. So just giving that information out there. I want to give you up to date on our strategic planning. This is awesome work. I'm so excited about where this will lead us. It's going to be something unlike we've ever done before, because it's really going to keep us focused and centered on academic excellence. We will begin that process right after Thanksgiving break. December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th will be the first time we really start hashing through that plan. We'll be working towards our belief statements, our mission statements, our parameters, our goals and strategies. This will be very much different than any strategic planning that has happened here in the district in the past. All the previous strategic planning work that was done previously, we are not using that to drive this new plan. We're starting from scratch, starting over. That was a decision by our administration and our teams. So we're just starting over, ready to, again, focus on an academic culture, a strong academic culture of academic excellence. That'll be our driving force. We will be putting out some information later this week. Ben Fisher, our PR director, will be putting out some information, letting you know who's serving on the first round of that strategic planning committee, and then there'll be opportunities down the road for everyone who desires to be part of the improvement effort process. So excited about that movement. So be watching, because great things are coming. Wanted to give you an update on my entry plan, and just want to stay accountable to that. As most know, I've been meeting with every single employee in the district and driving every bus route, as well as the various groups in and out of the district. By Tuesday afternoon, going into Thanksgiving break, I will have met with pretty much the entire faculty and staff of the Reed Springs School District. After Thanksgiving, I still will need to have a group meeting with our substitute teachers, so an opportunity to visit with them and move forward with that. But we're there. It's been a phenomenal experience. I have a few more meetings at the high school, and then hit up the Gibson Tech and be done by Tuesday of next week. So I'll give you an update on that. But we're talking close to 350 employees, roughly 30 minutes with each employee. Been able to sit down and have real conversations about how things are going and how I can support them, and we can support them as a district. Bus rides are continue to go well. I rode 2 buses today, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Squeezed a board meeting in there and several meetings with staff. It's been a great day. I have, at this point, I'm hopeful by time we go into Thanksgiving break that I'll only have one more bus ride to be on. That's my goal. So we'll wrap that up as well. I've been able to see so many wonderful areas of the district, see where our kids live, but also get to know a phenomenal bus driver crew. They are a great group of employees and with really rich backgrounds, a lot of neat experiences, just genuinely care about our kids. So if you haven't had a chance to meet your kids bus driver, I encourage you to go out to that bus and just say hello. But they really are passionate about serving our kids well. A really great group. Been meeting with, again, other groups and in the community, and just continue to see such a wonderful area. Just, I was riding the bus route today, and just had this strong feeling of how blessed I am to be part of this community. It's one of the most beautiful communities I've been in. The people here are just so phenomenal. There's the value structures, the support, the love for kids. I could just talk about it forever, but what a great place. What a great place to be here as an educator, but also to raise my family. Jumping in, we tonight discussed Policy 4120 regarding employment procedures. Is something that the board discussed, and the conversation was really about the board really feels strongly that they need to trust me as the superintendent. I'm really the only position in the entire district that the board hires. They don't hire anyone else but me. They go through the entire process of hiring me. And we talked a lot about holding me accountable to the goals and the improvement efforts that the district wants to make. But I am the only employee, and all the other employees that are hired in the district are done through my leadership and through the leadership of our administrative team and our staff. And so the board talked about investigating kind of our board policies and the impact on that, because they feel like they really should just have confidence in the superintendent and trust the staff that they're going to make good hiring selections, and that if there are issues or concerns that are created with regards to hiring, that they just filter through my evaluation, because it's my job to ensure that we have that high quality standard of really quality employees working with our kiddos. So, and we'll be looking at that policy a little bit more next month, but the board is really about encouraging a system of trust for our educators and administrators that are doing that hiring. So, and I've met with almost every employee. We have phenomenal people in this district, so we've done a good job in that route. Dr. Kite presented our annual performance report. This information will be out there on the website, be made public to the Department of Education. Just a couple quick notes regarding our annual performance is that the state has changed assessments and the way we evaluate or assess kids multiple years in a row, and so we've kind of gone back and forth through those processes, so we can't really compare our district performance this year to how we performed last year. It's very different than it's ever been because it's a whole new assessment. So hopefully this is be the benchmark. The other thing to note is that in the past, DESE, the Department of Education, has given every district a score based on their performance. And their intention wasn't to have that score become a competition between schools to compare schools, but that's kind of what happened. So the Department of Education has changed that process. They no longer give us a score. So you can't really compare us to how we're competing against as an annual performance review against other school districts. They really only allow us to compare us to our groups, how they're moving, how they're progressing, and also how we're performing to a state average. And so for the most part, last year we hit right on state average or near to that, sometimes below, sometimes a little bit above a state average on every indicator. A couple areas that we need to focus on are, in addition to just raising academic excellence and academic rigor and quality and expectations, which we're going to work through. Our attendance rate is significantly below. We need kids to be here at school. We just encourage you to send kids here. It's just so important. And so we're going to be working on some of those things. Dr. Kite also presented to the board some information about our virtual learning. Most of you know that we use Launch as our virtual learning tool, and we appreciate Launch, and we're going to continue to utilize Launch for various aspects in the district. But we also have been exploring a program called Edgenuity, which also provides a strong curriculum virtual learning platform. We have decided, and the board adopted and approved the purchasing of Edgenuity. One of the issues that we see as a district is the cost of Launch is significantly high, and so we have some programs in the district where we feel like Edgenuity can serve those programs just as well as Launch, and we'll continue to use Launch in other ways. But the cost of Launch is for credit recovery for kids that are in an alternative school program that need to graduate to make up credits, and for we have a group of students that are at Teen Challenge, which is Teen Challenge is a group where we have a group environment where kids from outside of Missouri or outside of the area come to Teen Challenge. They go through addiction recovery programs, and at that time they get an education as well. And so there's been some issues there. Long story short, we're going to switch their platform of learning from Launch to Edgenuity, which will be a significant cost savings. So the total expense, basically after all said and done, will be about we're spending around $43,000 after we reimburse some from the state for the attendance, $43,000 for Launch, for just credit recovery and Launch, and some kids that have some other needs. We're going to be going from $43,000 to $18,000 with an unlimited number of spots to educate those kids in a virtual learning environment. So $26,000, $25,000 savings there alone, but we feel like we're not also with these kids, we're not losing some quality in terms of learning for these kids. So what a great opportunity. I just want to give shout out to Dr. Kite. He's amazing. He's doing a phenomenal job and has really led that charge well, and really appreciate that. And we want to be good stewards of our money, but also have quality learning for all kids. So we feel like we're accomplishing that in a more economical way. The board adopted a whole series of policies they've been reviewing for the last several months. I'm not going to read those to you. You can go to the agenda, find what those policies are, and look at any policy up on the website. And then finally, we just wrapped it up with some program reviews from our food service department. You got to love our food service staff. I've met with every single one of our food service workers. They're phenomenal, great ladies working hard in the kitchen. Jonas, our director, is a wonderful. Of course, he's a wonderful guy, just doing a great job and make good food. And they're passionate. One of the things I've noticed about our kitchen staff, as I talk to them, they love connecting with kids, and they learn their names. They feel like every day they can connect with somebody new, and they just really have a heart for giving our kids great meals. So if you see a food service worker, make sure you know how much you appreciate them, because they're a tremendous group. And then our sports program, Mr. Gosh did a great job presenting his review of the sports program. We, of course, have had good success. And just as I come here, one of the things that I would encourage parents to consider is getting more kids involved in extracurricular activities. This is something we're going to be evaluating and encouraging down the road. We know as kids participate in extracurricular activities, behavior and discipline goes down, and student performance, their performance goes up. Learning increases as they participate in activities. When they're at home, disengaged and not connected to school, we know that becomes a problem. So we'll be continuing evaluating all of our offerings, all those things, but we want to encourage kids to participate. Just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I just feel so grateful. I have so much gratitude in my heart for the work that's been done here in the district, for our wonderful staff, the communities. As I said, is just truly remarkable, and just what a blessing it is to be here. We are one with the pack. That is our slogan. I feel like no time in my experience as education have I felt like a district is beginning to come together to really be united, and just so proud of everybody's work towards that effort. So hope everybody has a great evening, great day. Keep loving on those kids, and if you have any questions, let me know. Take care.